the fucking grade 2 was one of like the best. Like elementary in general was a shit show, but grade 2 was my favorite year of elementary school. It was the year that I met like my first MILF crush. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this woman was gorgeous, and she had this thing where she would do like raffles, and then like the prizes were unreal. Like the first 2 had 4 tickets each to the circus. Like what? And then the third place prize, this is all like for this one week. The third place prize was this poster of a tiger, okay? And I'm like, I win 3rd place, but the girl who wins 2nd place, she loves tigers. So I'm like, because I know kids are fucking stupid, and I have a crush on this chick. But I'm like, hey, do you want to trade the tiger posters for the circus tickets? And then she's like, fuck yes, I do, I love tigers! And I'm like, you're dumbass, but shit, yeah. And so I take it, I went to the circus. Bro, it was the best. I went down with the clowns, played the twist. Like, it was fucking funnest time ever, yo. 3rd grade was the worst fucking grade. The teacher was, I don't even know where to start with this bitch. She was like this giant monster, fucking like coffee rings on every test, just like yellow fingers from smoking cigarettes. She was just like, she was, who is she? Miss Trunchbull from fucking Matilda. That she was like her, you know what I'm saying? But she made these 3 girls like give massages every day to her. Like it was we're 3rd grade, like it was fucking trippy. But we were the worst kids too, because like we had some people fucking put like pins underneath her seat, you know what I mean? We'd like fucking do like, we'd play like floor is lava and all that shit, and we just jump on the fucking tables and stuff. I got sent out for crying too loud when a girl threw a chair at my head. You know what I'm saying? Like this was a fucking mess of an elementary school, okay? Fucking fast forward to 5th grade, my teacher was like this just like crazy angry fucking guy where like anytime a kid like pissed him off, which was a lot because they're kids, like he would just flip your desk. He would just go flip your desk and he'd be like, clean it up. And then you clean it up and you flip your desk again. And it's just like, what the fuck? And this one time, dude, it was so funny. This one time he had like these reading, he was like 5'3", so it's understandable why it's so bad. But he had these glasses that were like too big for his little head. And every time he'd like look down at attendance, they'd fall. And this dude fucking just like, he just, these glasses are garbage, and crushes them in his fucking hands. And then like slams them in the trash. And then we go to recess and fucking come back and there's like broken glass all over this fucking, like all over the teacher's desk. Such a mess. So my smartass in grade 11 decided to go back to that elementary school for co-op. Because I'm like, hey, maybe kids have gotten better since my generation. They have not. So I'm doing like gym class, okay? And it's like the worst fucking thing to do for elementary school, I've learned. But this one time I was at recess and I'm playing soccer, and I don't play soccer. I cannot stress this enough. I dance. I've been dancing since I was 4, but I have no aim with my feet when it comes to soccer balls. So I'm in the field watching these guys, and one of them is like, yo, Monsieur A, because some of them have respect. And it was a French school, so it was like, Monsieur. Anyway, he kicks me the ball, and I'm like, oh, okay, sure, I don't fucking play soccer. So I'm like, and I just like try to kick it away, but I end up slipping on the one dirt patch in the field, and I fall flat on my fucking waist, and I'm just in there in so much pain. And then this one kid runs up and starts kicking dirt in my face. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what? So I literally jump up, I grab this kid by the shirt, and I throw him in front of me. I'm like, we're going to the office right the fuck now. And I'm just like, I throw him in front of me, and then I get in shit because I'm not supposed to be playing with these kids. Like, what? Anyway, fucking fast forward a few weeks, and my like MILF crush came back to substitute. You know what I mean? So I'm like talking with her, we're like walking down the halls and shit, and then we come to like this staircase right before recess starts, and then we fuck in the staircase. No, I'm kidding. But, and then this like ball, the soccer ball just drops in between us. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I see up there, it's just that fucking kid that like just looking down. So I stop this ball and then she's like, I'm gonna let you handle this, and walks away. And I'm like, no, you should not have done that, but okay. So the bell rings and I have the ball over here and these kids are like coming down the stairs and this one kid, like the kid fucking comes up. And he's like, hey, give me my ball. And I'm like, okay, I don't play soccer. And I kick it, and then it goes right under his fucking feet and bounces back to me. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I gotta kick it a little harder now. And his head is like, this guy can't kick for shit, so I'm gonna go down the stairs. And so he's making his way down, and I'm trying to kick, but it fucking clips, and it goes, hits the wall, hits him in the head, and he tumbles down the fucking stairs. And I'm laughing my ass off. I'm laughing my fucking ass off. This dude is in like, just like on all fours, like crying, and these kids are coming one by one, and like some of them are like, "You're so mean," and some of them are like, "That was so funny." Like it was so like mixed. And then as soon as they all left, I just go down to him, and I'm like, "Yeah, Karma's a little bitch, ain't it?" It's okay. He was 5th grade. He'd heard bitch before. But yeah, bro, school is a trip. So for those of you who know me as your pal Cal on Instagram, my full name is Khaldoon, is how it's supposed to be mispronounced. Khaldoon is in Arabic. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be mispronounced that way. I don't have like an English name like these lucky ass Asian kids. I just have like a normalized butchering of my fucking name. You know? That was fun. Like, I don't give a shit, you know what I mean? You could call me Cal, you call me Doon, you call me whatever the fuck that's not derogatory, and as long as you're talking to me, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Parents, sounds are just, names are just sounds that parents made to control us. Anyway. I blame your weed. So, my name's Khaldoon. And teachers all over, they're all like, okay, this guy's Khaldoon. That's what he wants to be called, so I'm going to call him, whatever. And then one time, I had this like PC, hippy-dippy motherfucking teacher who was like so hot, but she was like annoying as fuck. And it was like parent-teacher interview time, right? And my parents are fob as fuck. So I come in, and I'm like, I come in with them, and they're like, so how is Khaldoon doing? And she's like, well, he could be better, like, he's kind of thing. And they're like, okay, but like, is Khaldoon doing this and this? And they're like, well, Khaldoon's actually shit, because like, well, that is. He's like, okay, but is Khaldoon at least this? And they're like, no, Khaldoon's just not. And then I'm like, okay, cool, like how every interview goes. But for some reason, this woman was like, oh shit, his name is Khaldoon. My bad, I'm gonna try next time in class to fucking pronounce it, you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, so. The next day in class, she comes up, and like, my last name is Abu Tari, okay? A-B. Unless some like piece of shit kid last name is Aarons, with like A-A, you know what I mean? Then my name's right up front. So she comes up and she's like, Khaldoon. And I'm like, who, what? She's like, Khaldoon. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, I want to try to pronounce it properly like your parents do. And I'm like, no, you can't. Just deal with it the way it is, okay? Jeez. That's all I gotta say. Damn.